Okay, we should be live. Close up my phone so I can watch. Sure everything's going right. Oh, okay. We're working on a 7 segment display. Sure this is working. Okay, so the cushions we can have LEDs. First starting off with a bigger one because this gives me more space. We'll see if I can get this done this stream. Copy paste goes that direction, so we'll use a button for our input. Trying to keep it where there's nothing that crosses this line. But yeah, I don't know if I can do a small one. So I do have ideas of how to do this using um from a video that I've seen that used the LEDs as well, used the cousins to make LEDs. So I do have an idea of how this is gonna work. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That far enough? Really? Find out in a second if I need to actually lower it. Maybe. That's actually not right. Uh, which means I'm actually gonna lower it just so I can give myself some more space. Which means this can go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this doesn't all that much since that's right there. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, that's that. Now I want droppers which feed up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then number 10 needs to face out. I can definitely go off to the side, but I would like to keep it this, which means I run the risk of that possibly ever getting stuck. Might mean I actually want to move it up. Do that. Don't know why I broke this when I literally said I was moving it up one. Whatever. Okay. This is outside of it, but it's just to keep it from falling out. Hopper needs to go in. This is gonna get locked by this. So where it needs to go down one. Okay, so we have to just test it and see if it ever gets stuck then. This needs to reserve that. This needs to go there. This needs to fix up. Hopper there. Okay. That's not this to have sword. Oh yeah. I press F5. You can see that this is the head slot for the thing. When I move my head, it does weird stuff, but it does still look cool. Love that I did this. Just disappointing that the head does mess it up with it moving. But yeah. So we need to create all of these torch towers real quick. Let me go through and do that. That's there. There. Most of our redstone has to stick to the middle, which is going to be probably a nightmare. But yeah, like I said, the smaller one, I don't know how I'm going to do. We'll see if I can try it. Like, I've learned the idea behind how this works simply from seeing the little bit I saw. The person never actually built it. He just, well, he had it built. He just didn't know how to build it. But I think I understand how it works. And I am just going to do it my way. I believe that this can actually be swapped to be a vertical facing one instead of a floor one like I currently have if I keep this system with just some slight changes. We're doing it floor because that's how the cushions stick currently. I'd love for them to make it so we can have horizontal ones. Give us that, Minecraft, please. We're going to start from lowest number and work our way up because that's the way I can think of working. So I need to pull from here and send it into... Hopefully that stops it. We'll see in a second, actually. I don't know if it's just not... Okay, it's running out of power. That's just... It's literally the highest power. So we pull max power out. Turns that off. That should be a 0. Cool. Now if we press the button, it should revert. So if I'm lucky, it is not where I wanted it to be. Okay. It's skipping more than I thought it would. Which is not a good thing. I'm pretty sure this is pulsing it twice because it cuts it off. I need it to single pulse, not double pulse, which... Yeah, this is all the failed attempts at getting it to here. What redstone thing do I have that I can do this with? I know there's definitely observers that sit in the signal. I just don't know how he's cutting it from doing the double pulse. Okay, I'll come back to that later. So we have that. Let's get the next one in place, which we want to pull this out. Go here. This is the one, which is only these are and all the others are off. We need to pull signal from this one. I don't know if I can pull place on this. Can items still be... How many items can still go through you? Okay. Okay. This here. That needs to be a heater. And then this. Okay. This, I actually think I want to step it down so it's on this layer. This needs to turn this one off, and it needs to turn that one off. We'll start with that first. Doing... Oh, it's not pulling. Okay. Let's turn those off. From here, I want the signal to go through this. Press there. This one gets connected there. This. Do it again. This needs to be heater. Okay, that should read as a 1. It does. If I remove this, should go back to being right now is an 8. Cool. But it should also not have any effect on 0. So it seems like I'm gonna have to figure this piece out in a second. So that gets me that. We're now on to the 2, which we need this. We need to turn that one off and this one off. First one we need to figure out is first get our next line set. This is where it starts. This redstone's gonna be god tier awful. I probably should color code these actually. Let's do that. Let's actually color code these. We'll do blue for this layer. I was hoping I was quick enough to do it, but no. Okay, so this needs to feed into this torch stack here, which has a slight problem of it's now inverted, which actually means I need to turn on everything I want to turn off, don't I? That's the way this is connected. 3. Okay, okay, let's think real quick. Just want to. Is it easy to get this down? Because I need to turn off what? This far back one here, and this one here, right? That's all I need to do? I need that one to turn on without turning these other ones on. First off, easiest one to do is going to be this far back one. As I hope. Please don't this. Powered from the torch, seriously? This is getting powered by that torch. Means Peter there. I need this to avoid those, which that would go outside of the. Would it? Yeah, that would go outside the range. Okay, can't do that. One idea is this, but it feeds into that, which means if that turns on, turns this line on. Can't do that. Wait, do slabs work? Right, slabs will prevent it from getting signal. Now, because the block itself is signal, it's not the fact that this is being signaled. I do. They drop this or there, there. Connects to that path there, which is not what I want. Probably split that, right? Do that to separate it. Scanning right now powered by that, which I can something. This to go to these two. Okay, this is gonna be easier. I'm just not seeing it. Want something there that is only connected to this. If I change the way this one's actually flowing real quick, hold up. Now I have it flowing that direction, but this, which right now it doesn't flow to it. That it will. I seem weird. Hold that there. Don't want that. I don't want those connecting either. Signal without having touch things I don't want. This is a fun challenge. Do not mean that in the slightest. This is gonna just get overpowered by that, but it turns that off like is there a block that redirects redstone? I don't remember if the target block can. I need to test something. If I do this, power this. Now. I swear there's something I can use for this. A turn that takes power from one side and puts it into the other. My instant reaction is, oh, let me use a piston. That's overkill. I don't think a piston needs to be used in this. I think. Has to be something I'm missing. I don't know redstone good enough, obviously. What about glass blocks? Hold up. I mean for a torch tower, not for those. I think glass blocks work in a unique way, right? Okay, so it doesn't work for a torch tower, which means it cancels it. But I need it to do the torch tower, but not. Um, Copper bulb is not a good solution. Can I pull signal from powered lamp? Hold up. Answer is no. I also just moved my sword to who knows where. Okay. We're working on this one. If I do use right here would have to be this. This needs to be another one that can turn a corner. Unless I move it more this way. Raised up. Then that needs to be feeder. Getting there. So I put repeater here, a repeater here, a repeater there. None of this should be powered by the end, right? But this isn't getting the power from this. Can't do the step thing that I'm doing here if I don't. Power this block. Down, good. And just power through these corners. So, I think that should have any effect on, right? Hopefully not, meaning I just have this one I need to figure out real quick, which might be another one of those where I feed a there. This will not work because that's just some boards, but is there a way for me to step it down differently? This gets powered by that one. Close. Figure out how. But if I pull the other way, I have to go this way because I can have it this. That there. The fact that this repeater is a problem. This would have to be double repeat. Can't that down. So I can pull power from there. Feed it there. If that one that's off. Now I just need this one off. Without moving where I am. So the best way to do that would be from this spot here. I have this right now running there. It's not like I can have this get powered because this is connected to everything else. Unless I can find another way to rewire this one here. Bypass that, which I can. If I go to this block from there. Well, we need a color for that, so let's go green for number 3. Which this is going to be, I think yep, this will be it. This is, what? I don't know why I said 3. This here. That there. I can pull the power from this block, which I might be able to do. I don't know if this would get powered. I can test that. I suck at this game when it comes to redstone. But we'll try that in a second. Power. Here, it's down. Just gonna put a repeater there. Not repeater. Yeah, repeater. I don't know what Ray was saying. Okay, so I need to see if I can disconnect from here. I need it to only power. Maybe it's just worth keeping the way I have, actually. Because backpowering that would be hard without passing this line. This to just turn this off. So close. I don't want to mean. I can always go further down, but that might cause me more problems later. What if I just started from the top down? Like, am I gonna regret where I started? Okay, I guess these are actually the ones that destroy the most in terms of what it's using. Because like a 9 is kicking out 1 or 2, depending on how you want to set it up. How do I get this one to turn off without interfering with everything else? Back power you in. Taking the power from which one again? So I can, this one. It has the sword. Have this off. Where do I back to? Don't interfere with anything else. Can't move this forward because there's no unless hold. I do this. Throw this into this. Might seem weird, but double repeater there. Oh, this here. This needs to be a repeater here. This works now? Does this somehow work? Or if I can get this go here. Let's pull power from it. It will. This. Step down. Power. I have to be careful with how I place stuff. It's here. This can be a redstone dust. It won't interfere with anything. Problem is, this would have to go this way. Back powered source, which can't happen there. If I block it, but power everything. I have another option where I now have more space to mess around with things. This would be where I probably want to pull the power. Right. Peter. Think cannot pull that. Right. This close again. Trying to not pass this line. Let's get to power. This was that easy. I could just do this. This block to get powered. Turns it off, but it's getting powered from that, which so I can find a way to redirect power. Hold up, slabs. Completely forgetting how slabs work. Am I? Oh, but can they go down or can it go up? I can put this here. Okay, redstone can't go down. It can only go up. But that means can it not go down glass? Hold up. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. I'm sorry, that's just stupid. That would fix my entire problem. So easily. They can power through stuff, meaning this block would be I don't think dropping this makes it where this get turned into a thing anymore, right? No. It also causes actually connection problems. Is there a way I feed this into the system here, desyncing it from this? Without going beyond this border. Now that I see. We're close. Wrong. We are close. Can't wrap around this. I need everything in the middle here. Allowed to go past it on these sides because I don't fully care there. But width-wise, we're stuck within between these and on their sides. Unless I snake this up to the next one, because you can't power on a unpowered thing unless I'm completely mistaken. If I run more power into this, it won't turn on. No. Means the next solution is to get the redstone to go up to that one, which works. But will that bite me in the butt later? Very probable, but you know what? It's a solution for the time being. We'll do pink for the next one. That gets us this one, which we need to this one. Now doing the 4. Which, let me go to the top so I can see which ones I need to turn off. So that's still on 2. Something's getting powered that shouldn't be. This. Cool. Cool. Fix this. I can powered by that though. I doubt that gets powered. Power. I mean, I haven't used inverse switches, which might actually be a fudging cool. I do. I think I do this. And it will still work. I'll find where the next one of these goes. Right now it's set to invert. I think that works. Move this to be... That would be a... I think I can do this. First off, that's not getting... Well, that's not working. Because it's doing the inverse of what I... Possibly? Up. Redstone torch here. To it. This. This needs to this. This needs to be this here. This here. This go in. So now read a 2, right? Okay, we have to make sure we don't forget about doing that, because if I forget that, that's a very important... Wait, so this... First off, let's make sure this is actually off. Well, I guess fully on. Cool. 8's going to be so nice, because I can just ignore 8. 8 is just going to be such a nice thing to deal with. Okay, so we're onto this, which is 4. Let's look at what we need to cut off 4, 4. We need that off and these off. So the next plug-in area is up here, which is going to be a nightmare to get up to, but we'll see in a second. That's where I want you to plug in. That there. This, oh, wrong spot to collect apparent. Oh, I am probably running into see as a problem. We'll see. We will see. You see the problem. Congratulations. Because I see it and I am going to pay for my insolence, thinking do otherwise. This is a nightmare, I tell you. This wiring is going to be so bad. I just need to do this to see if any of that... Yeah, testing these numbers is going to... Well, that gets me the 4. But we run into the next slight problem. Next would be a 5, which is off of this right here, which if we look, has redstone now, where my repeater should be. Well, not my repeater, my thing that pulls values. I am allowing myself to go past this if I need to, because this block's here, but that's kind of just like wall. Prefer not to. So is there a way I can take this signal and jump the blue? Because, like, I go through here. This is where this up here, I was like, this is going to cause me a problem, but I see no way around it. Color's blue again. Is it 3? Is it 2? Blue's 2. Do I just remove it for the time being and we'll come back to 2? I think I just have to. So 2 has been disabled from working. Yeah, revert some of the stuff real quick so it actually keeps problems. This needs to be a block. This needs to be that. Something's not... Where's it getting... How is this getting powered? Something's... That's this. There we go. Okay, our 4 is working. I believe I can move this, though, and make it the other way. It's going... Not go... Be blocking. I don't need it to block. Cool. So far it seems like this row is being nice about letting me just do whatever I want. Not redstone. So now it should be... Oh, I still need that one off. Which I can just probably go through. Okay, next is a 5, which is, you know, gonna be the same probably headache that we had with the 2. I just have a feeling this is gonna be the same headache we have with the 2. I need a new color for this. I don't know that we have, I don't think we have dark blue. So let's just make the blues the ones that I'm pretty sure are gonna cause me a headache. So this goes here. This goes here. You pull this out and put it in this one. I would be using the one if it actually currently worked. It does not. So for a 5, it's this and this one that we need to swap. I need the blue to turn this path off. Which actually, I have an easy way into that. That does that. Come on. I was trying to create a one-way lock there. But did not work. I need... Because that is blocking that from getting the signal. Can I create the one-way lock? Because if I can, or it doesn't let it go through. What? Power? I don't know. We'll just put here instead. This. And then this can still be used in here because I can create the one-way lock by having it plug into it with this being this. I'm just worried that some of these are going to turn on when other things swap around, which means I need to test this afterwards. It's going to be a nightmare. Okay, so that gives me that. I still need to turn this side off here. Which means I need to pull the signal somehow. How? Pull this signal across to this. And this right here is already causing me a nice little headache. If these two were just... This is actually causing me... I guess I can move. Seems weird. But... Pretty sure that, like I said, with powering changes, this is going to cause me headaches in the future, but we'll see. Now we have this, which is acting as the pink and the blue. I can get this to go... Great. I can't wait for the next one. Right now it's 5. 6 is just cut that one off. Which maybe I should connect these two, actually, since they're doing the exact same thing. Hold up. I need a color for 6. Green. So this one here is for 6. Which looks like it needs to step up. It's not a good thing to start with, but we'll see. Yes, okay, so it's that problem right there. It's fine. It's fine. Without causing problems. Go into that. There. This actually needs to be here. This needs to be this. Do repeater. Boom. Close. Just need to figure things out real quick. This will turn this one off. It's not like that we're getting into other layers. Like this is 6, and this is maybe 9. We're getting close. This is fine. This layer is gonna be easy. This is no wiring. Granted, I guess this is 7, right? Wait, if we're working at 6, how many? I think I have extra. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Something's wrong then. We'll check. So I'm right now doing 6 off of that one. 5, 4, 3, 2. Something's not right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is supposed to be this one. Hold up, let's check something. Where's this? Oh, that's the thing I was afraid of having cross paths that we were doing. Okay, I think I'm gonna basically start from scratch on the wiring. This is why I said it's probably smart to color code it. And we're gonna actually start from the top down. Because top down should give me a slight advantage of I can just keep expanding downward. I also need to remember to use the stuff I'm not using. That needs to stay. That white path, let's get chain. I guess I'm removing it in a second. Okay. We're gonna start from the top down because apparently I can't count for my life. Number 9, which means we're pulling from here. We physically oh wait, I was blocking the drop chute too. I have to go out this way so I can. Wonderful. Or do I need to do 2 because of how I am running into the problem of. I don't get why it's doing the double the way it's doing it, but it is. So I need to figure out how to cancel that because we had it at the bottom, but if we look, it skipped 1. Okay. That would give me a lot more room. That would give me a lot more room. And then from here to here allows me to. Well, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really? So that works out as I expect it to. It also makes it where it's a lot more resource intensive, so that would be a nice little headache to deal with later. Okay. This is 0. I'll place blocks so I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this would be 9 with then reset spitting out. Okay. I did pick up the sword, right? I don't know if I did. I actually have to go through these because there's stuff in. Wonderful. Possibly. There's this. There it is. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna start from the top because I think it's just gonna make my life a lot easier. This here. This there. Wait, that's not where I'm pulling from. I'd be pulling information for 9 there, right? When I click the button, it should get spit out. Yes. Cool. I apparently need side tanks because actually I don't care. I got too much inventory space. Okay. So yeah, that's where we want to pull for 9. Which I have a feeling doing this will make my life a lot easier, actually. 9. Figuring out how I want to do this. There's the option of the 9 that looks like that for a 9, or if I want to keep the Undertale, I like the Undertale one better. So I just need to turn that lamp off. Honestly, it's so easy, it's not even funny. To turn that off, I need to just send power into that block there. Means I just need myself this runway. I think. I will admit, I don't think that's going to actually power because I don't have enough strength in the system. I can't have anything. Oh, this is actually I need to keep an eye on this type of problem where it's touching blocks like that. Ooh. Um, Here's an interesting question. Can a comparator detect that comparator has been powered? No. Cool. Uh, it's not, this is actually like surprisingly a challenge. Um, we have to make sure that no block is here that can get it. That's not gonna send me power through, right? Physically can't pull any power from that because they're going into it. Yeah. I need to power it from this side. I need to do very long loop. This being, I think this is the only way I can do it. I think that is literally the only way I can actually do it right now. Okay, so that gets me that, which means that this, pulling from this one, means we need to pull from this one, which means that there. Okay, this is for 8. Means I can actually just skip it. I'm gonna just use white to indicate that this would be a number, because it's a joke one. Meaning that this is the next one I need to focus on. I need another color block. Go cyan. Oop. Okay. So this would be a 7, which means it's everything except these 3 here, which means I need to turn off that section. First, gonna just probably go through and mark the ones I need to turn off. This, 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 and this. We have to turn 4 of them off, which actually makes sense. Just apparently bad at this. Okay, first off, I think I can just do something like this to get myself here. Let's get the comparator in place. Okay. If we just copy how we got the power across here, I think we'll run it actually into problems. I think I want to do this into this. And this here, there, that, there. So now it looks like a 7, right? I'm doing it! Yay! Okay. Next is the 6, which is a new color required. We'll go pink. Get the block placed here. Okay. Now let me think about how a 6 looks. I just need that one back there off, which is honestly, I think, actually going to be easy. Oh, wrong. This is where a little bit of a problem, because I need to be careful with how I'm doing stuff. I'm just using repeaters. I'm not going to try and figure out how to do this so I don't have to. If I know it's a safe spot, I'm doing that. That didn't do. Did I power it into the wrong spot? Yes, it's powering into a off torch, which is why is it? This would have been the problem with an 8 then. Uh, step you up. So this block's being powered. So if I put a piece of dust there, it's going to cause me a headache. Let's not do that. I want this block here. And I need something here to pull said power, which will be this. That there. I do. I was just doing torch lines apparently do. Okay, if I pull this. If I go off to the side here, give myself the ability of stepping up more. Let's try that real quick. I need that to be a careful with what I bring, how I place things. This needs to be this. That can be that. I was about to say, why did that light up? Expected that. If I make this a block, I can't because that connects to a torch. So if I do this into this, that there, this should be safe for that. That was it. Don't. I don't know that would put power through the block. Let's see. It is. Oh no, it's just the. No, it is powering that block. Okay. But it doesn't pull it from there. On top, you don't get it. Powering this block too, technically. Something like this. Okay. Pull you forward. Have you power that. This is now being powered. Close. Feel it. I don't think that if I move this up, it will get. If I do this. If I place this here, I think it's, yeah, effects I don't want. We go. Or? Step up one more? Or. Yeah, we're back. So this is not working. If we step this, problem is this would cause. I don't think having any effect or anything, right? I have this here. This can go here. This can be this because it has to be that since it's right now just being powered by redstone. This steps up, and then this is that, and it should work, and that should be a 6. Jeez, this is so. Okay, we have the 6 now done. Another color. Go yellow. Or no, 5. Okay, that's here for 5. Sometimes you just gotta restart. This solved not only one problem, it solved 2 problems, but it's wasting a whole lot of space and a lot of resources. Like, these things are over 20 blocks deep. So, Definitely not the best build, but a build nonetheless. I'll keep it there for now. Extend these out if I need. See, I might actually be able to get rid of the bottom layer. Actually, I'm hoping that this didn't just affect the thing to be inverted. Hold up. Oh, where the thing currently is. Things shouldn't even be doing anything. We're gonna hope that I don't need extend. I'll probably have to extend. Or get rid of this bottom layer, which might be a headache. Breaking or placing before I'm breaking. That's going well. Yeah, right now it's inverted, which means I need to add one more to everything. There we go. It's back to being on. Okay, let me go back to this. Put these. Sure, I'm in the right one. Know if I was or not. Okay, so that's for 5. Which means if I look at this, I need these two off, which should just be I can reconnect to the pink if I actually wanted to, and just need to turn off this one here. We already have a way to this. Granted, I don't know if the pink's too close to be affecting it. I don't. Should be. This be a block. We want this here, that there. Cool. And like I said, I could really just connect to the pink since that's doing that there. Question is, how do I connect to the pink? It would be here. How do I get this to send a signal? Oh, no, that would affect it. This is right now being powered, but if I place anything there, it's going to affect this. Way for me to just send this this way and not have to deal with anything. That's that. What? Getting there, but not there yet. I just changed this to be. This, that. So it's a 5. Now I need to make a 4. I caught it. I'm green. Oh, this torch tower still needs to be. I forgot about one. Okay. Means I can pull the 5 out and put into the 4. Let me double check ones I need to turn off. I need to turn off these two and that far one. Oh, that's gonna be a fun headache again, isn't it? Okay, let me get my line. I need to drop this down, don't I? This becomes a challenge, keeping the wiring where you need it. Okay, this one off. How hard is it to drop this, actually? Harder to drop than I. I need to drop that a lot, actually. Hold up. I need to drop it down to this light. Turn these off. Well, it's not that one that needs to be turned off. It's this one that needs to be turned off. this one. This should be the easiest to turn off, I think. Probably start with this one. We can actually have a redstone dust there. Or something. That needs to be that because otherwise it's getting powered by that. Hmm. Yeah, these are. This is interfering with the next layers a lot. Hold up. This is for a 4. 3 is this layer, which claims this row. I had to drop these blocks down into this row. And three's aim is to get to those two over there. Let me mark out how I think a path has to work for this. This has to be a repeater. It's gonna be dust, which this allow. They find a way to drop this at some point. This needs to be dropped even there. This would have to be that. This needs to get power somehow. What's that? Let me grab yellow for 3 is really? Should just do this, right? Feed into this. This will go this way, which feeds this, which really powers that. Then powers this. Powers this. Let me test the 3 real quick to make sure it's working. I didn't do what I wanted. I did that. Okay, because this isn't doing what I thought it would. Figured. I need to power this block, but they're not going. No enough redstone block redirects power. And then also outputs power when it takes it. I know this can redirect redstone. Yeah, it doesn't let power through. Um, Land? That doesn't even redirect rock. I know for a fact that bedrock that gets redirected. I need to wrap this around this way. Maybe if I wrap it around one more time, around this section, I can actually get it. These. I already have yellow. Oh well. It's there. It's there. It's here. That's cost me the same. Okay, there we go. So that's gonna get in the future powered by the lamp line. Hopefully I didn't do that somewhere else. This is I need to offset this somehow. Oh, maybe actually how to. Well, I have this power. That's gonna power that. Do this. It's just doing the same thing. I think this can be a redstone block. Redstone. That needs to be this. So for now, I need to ignore the green. I think. Problem is, this is getting still. Not powering it into. Um. So I have an idea. Green is right now just causing me the headache that I need to try and figure out. This can be this, because that doesn't matter. I can then feed into this, which can feed into a block, which can feed this. which from there, I have it feed this. Be fine, other than the fact that this is causing me a problem. I need something that can take the power from there, but not be affected from block being powered. Now it's causing several problems. Like, I think actually the is off, and this is supposed to be a 3. That's actually a few problems. Yeah, right. Um, can I just power this? Oh, but that's causing that problem. Never mind. Can I just do it this way? So that will power that, but it's not powering that block. It's gonna be this, right? Actual redstone to be this block. We're now working 3. 4 needs that arm, so I can't. 4. 2 doesn't need it arm, which means anything below also help it. But then that needs a one-way lock system. Let's go back to the 4 and see if I can figure out, now that I got this kind of figured out. I'm almost thinking this actually needs to come from this side so I can actually get roll over it. I think I do something like this, and this needs to be either redstone or a P. Which if that's there, so I can do redstone here and have more control. I do this. I can do this, but that's causing problems there. Get the power from that, which I figured. But anything more gets you going off of what I want to go. Why do you feed into a this heat? I just don't know enough redstone. Like, I'm trying my best to keep it within these limits. I can actually have a stacking build. Well, I swear I've seen something. There's something here. This is redstone. It's being powered because the block above it's powered. Oh, a genius. Okay. This now get powered. I do have the option of going. Nope, can't go there actually. I blocked the drop suit that we need. What am I supposed to do? How do I get this? There's only one of the lines I need for this. I have these over here, so I still have to figure out how I'm connecting. Which might honestly be through the system right here. That gives me a nice line. I think if this gets powered, right? I don't think doing. Yeah, that doesn't power it, but. That's all. That gets power because it can power from that, which I think. Right? Hold up. Let's test. Yes. Very good memory of what this looks like. That's our. This can block here and this here. I'm pretty sure it's still getting powered from. Yeah. Can't do that. We're close. Gotta figure out how to pull the power. I can probably do that and get power. But that makes it where I would have to probably do. That's not getting power. This powers it, which I don't. Like, yeah, it would be beyond partially what I would want, but it would still be within the limits. It's just that I can't get it to turn the way I need it to turn. And I'm pretty sure that if I was to remove this, it has no effect. And if I was to remove this, it turns off, yeah. We are close. It's just a question of what am I missing? What vital thing do it required? So I can't go out here because that would block that. Is there a reset? I can actually get this to be power block. Like, I might pull power from that. I'm like, I'll move off to try and pull stuff I need. Because right now we're working on a 4, which means this, this. Wait, how's that a 4? I want that one on. These 3 off. This over here somehow off. Okay. This needs to be a block there. This will have to be a block, so I can... That. That block needs to get power, though, is the problem, and currently I'm kind of stuck in a chokehold. Not a good thing. Unless I get power to the top, and can't do that because that gets power there. This needs to be here with power going in that. Have to be a single dust like this. Block here that's being severely powered. I love how it's actually the bottom section of numbers that just causes a headache. Like, up here, the redstone's so small for everything. And then you get to these numbers in here. This is, I doubled up the same color. This is my bad. Like, maybe I need to move where this is being. Have you go this way. But I don't think I get any value from that. Just like I don't get anything of value doing. I might be to the next number, too. Just so I can try and get more things figured out and where I can maybe back power things. If I get back powering, I think I could do this. I still have a problem. I think. That's 3. This is 2. That's 2. This would be 1. I need 1 more down for 0. I actually think that puts this then in a bad spot, doesn't it? Because that's getting blocked by that, which I don't... I had to make a mistake, right? Please tell me I made a mistake, and I'm not going to redo this entire... move this around a little bit. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seriously? Where's the stick currently? Okay, we're gonna say if this was 0, what happens? Right now, this won't light up properly for most things. That should be at 1. Position 1 is this. Or even is it actually? How did it jump that high? It skipped so many. This is weird. Maybe this is not the best block to be using for a switch right now. But it's the only one I can think of for a switch. What else do I have the option of to use as a switch? Because there's a dispenser. It launched twice again. I don't even know where it is at this point. Does it say a number on the screen? Right now, the number is 6. 9, 8, 7, 6. So it should be... Cool. Let's try this again. Right now it's at 0. If we push the button, it should be 1. The screen won't light up, but it should be where we are expecting to take position 1, which is here. It's not, but it's in position 2. Don't ask me why it's doubling. It's working how I expected. I just clown who did not do a simple thing. So yeah, this is right. Where am I? Okay. Purple will be the next one I guess we work on. It's going crazy. This is maybe what 2, which means this one needs to be turned off. And this one needs to be turned off. Hopefully a simple. Did I get it? Oh, because that's. Sure. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Green is then. This might be 1. 1 is the most annoying. That's everything except 2 of them turned off, which means I might be able to actually use it to backtrack these. We're gonna have this here, and then this will lock all of these. And just make sure I make it so that I can do it. The one I want to be separated is this one. Means my lock needs to be probably over in this back corner, which is gonna suck. Yeah, this could be. Wait, no, we want these aren't for 1. Hold up. Hold up. We want 1 off to that side, and we want it split this way. All of these off. Purple is fine. Mostly down this way. I can actually even make it even probably more fine with doing this, this. This be fine. Figure that section out in a second. But we need this one off, which should be a simple as I don't actually it's gonna give power to it. Let's see. The answer is it does not give power to this block. Don't turn you off in this corner. Turn you off over here. I have redstone there. This needs to be something though. I do a block it. Let's do this here into these. This keeps the thing going. I'll figure that one out in a second. This feeds a block. This here. That there. Almost there. We just gotta get rid of this bottom piece. This is probably why I was actually trying to get things down in this corner, and then I kind of forgot. Uh, I don't think this is gonna get powered, right? No. You need to fill over this way. Unless I can pull power from through this block, but I think that might be actually dangerous because I powered stuff later on. Um, I have an idea. Changes the scheme this ever so slightly. This here, block here, this here, that there. Let's just keep all of that stuff working. Really just want to. Pull from there. But I need it to basically get redirected so I can do this. Am I getting... Can't have an actual thing there. Has to be a block or a repeater. Or some block I don't know of because I don't know everything that's redstone mechanics in this game apparently. Or how they work, because apparently glass can't let redstone signal go down. Um this can be here. This is getting power through it, but I'm pretty sure can cause problems if this was to be turned off. For a test. Let's disconnect that. That's still on, even though if I was to do this, yeah, it's not supposed to be on. So that's a no. Look at you. I could pull a signal that way. Nice, but SBA. Problem is this gonna make it unless oh, it's hey. Apparently that works. Apparently. Okay, we now need this, which this is for 1, which means this is for 2, to trigger this one only. Which I think I'm stuck doing from this side. And then this will have to go that way. If I drop this, do this, put a thing here. Possibly. We have like the general path we probably need for the purple, just gotta figure it out better. I don't think any of these can be. That's fine being a redstone piece, but that's completely useless to me. Comparator. But yeah, if I could get it to just affect this single piece, which I can't. And this is for a, what number did I just say? 2? Which means I need that other one that's currently connected to. So unless I can disconnect it, make it run off of this section over here, there's nothing I can do. So let's see if I can get this green one to work in this back corner. Which I think I just got it to work in the back corner. Cool, 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 cool. Which means I can get rid of this. Meaning I just need to get, instead of powering it from there, I just need to get power onto that. Which... Can't tell. I'm just gonna give up on that right away. Giving up on that right away. There. That needs to be... That can be there. Let's change this to the next one. Now it's powering this. I want this powered. See how this redstone's actually behaving. I think I can do this, but this causes me the problem of I'm outside of where I want to be. What if we do this stupidity of I do something here? You shouldn't get affected by any redstone. I have you power from oh redstone right now, but I have something going on. That I've actually redstone. Oh, this isn't being able to grab the signal from it, but it is powering theoretically this block, which does me all I need there. That is one of the most scuffed redstone lines I've ever made. But it's working. Just need to power this one. I don't remember if I stopped on any other. Oh, lime green. Wherever lime green is, maybe not. Maybe it's just in that. No, lime green needs over there. We'll come back. Oh, and over there. We'll come back to that one. Uh, okay. How do I get you into this block here? Where do I have my signals coming from right now? First off, I'm gonna need this here. That's not giving me any power. Can't do anything there. This won't give me anything, right? No. A block here so I can actually pull power. I need something like this, don't I? Probably means I don't have the redstone capacity to do that. Definitely pull that signal like that. You know, I might step outside my foothold I wanted to. But I'm pretty sure I just got myself a 2 working on here, didn't I? Yes. And if I drop this down to be at 1, I think 1 should still be working just fine. I did put that in a 1, right? I'm not stupid, right? Cool. This is now affecting other lines that's not supposed to be affecting. Which, of course, it's the one that I did weirdly. Right. Why would this not cause me a headache? This is powering this block, which... The entire point of this is to power this block, which means I don't need that powered. That's... So is there another way to power... this? What is this currently doing? I guess is the next question. So this is creating some chain. This is actually part of the purple line. This is powering this, which this is then powering this redstone here, which is aimed to power all of that. Is there a way I can move the way that around slightly? I mean, I have a solution, I think. The slight problem is it would just get me back into my usual way of all I know how to do is what block do I need to fix? Is it that? If I move that block, I get my that's not my 1. Dark green is supposed to be 1. Not I am so confused as to how this is actually not working. What? Okay, redstone's not going where it's supposed to be going. That's the problem that we're currently facing. And it's turning that one off, which I don't... Right? Yeah, it's turning that one off. So, solution 1, piston that removes that when we don't need it. Well, I bet I can do that. Next problem is does that solve everything? Not solve everything. What broke that I didn't? That's broke. It had something to do with this, didn't it? This is not powering this. If I put... I need this block? Hold up. I don't think this block's needed. Okay. So it's me powering that block that I think actually broke this contraption. This... I think the way that this was working was... Just be powering this, which powers that, which powers this. It's not working. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay. Can't do what I did, because that breaks it. It hurts its feelings. This is right now 1, which means I can move this down all the way to here. The 0 just needs to be able to get access to that block here, which I don't think should be hard to do in the slightest with. So let's get 0 real quick. I think I have a plan on how to fix this. So apparently 0 is going to be a headache to get down. What am I supposed to do? If I was to make this actually be a redstone, I then pull from that. Hold up. This is the one for 0. Yes, I can pull from that. So then I can... I can pull power from that. Cool. Not what I currently need. I think it's here, that there. Close. I have this actually dance around. This becomes this. This there. That there. That there. That there. That can be that. Two repeaters. So now I have a 0. I just fell. I'm going crazy. Okay. We have 0, which means I can pull this green all the way down and just get it to plug into this, which obviously is going to be a nightmare. Jeez. Where can I pull power from instantly? That is connected to the green. Without crossing my lines. How hard is it to pull power from this? If I just put a block here, does this still give me power? If that gives me power, I might be able to do this quickly and easily. Want this out, and this goes there. This should now be changing the good one. That does not power the block like I want it to. If I run this into this, I will be causing myself more headaches. Somewhere I can pull from. Nice if I could grab this, but that's a headache. It's the only block I can think of that would be... Is there a way to change this so that's also powering this? Or move this around so it's pulling it off to the side, but okay, let's see. That to be redstone because it's the only way that's getting any. This here, put that there. Okay, we're gonna do something that's a little cheap and it's going beyond my footprint, but so be it. Just gonna staircase you down. This will be a repeater so it doesn't get canceled. I'm staying though within this footprint. I just now need to wrap this there, which staying within this footprint probably will require me to go under this. This is gonna be some of the worst wiring to ever exist, but you know what? Hopefully this does not actually affect this. Let's see. Cool. Okay. Let's just double check our zero because I need to. I just need to double check the zero. Okay, that worked. Now we check our one again, just double check. That worked. This will be our two that we're checking. And I will hit one that we... Apparently the two's not wired properly. Yeah. Oh, I remember why, because I had to diswire it because it's interfering with the green line. Or was it will it no longer interfere with the green line because I changed things around? Hold up, let's check our one again. This go. Still interferes. I mean, I have a big one. But that's not what I want. It's because it's powering this line here because of this block here. Well, I'm getting the power here. Way to move this forward. Something like... Obviously, this won't work because this would be on. But if I get something like this, work. This powers through this. Gotta figure out how I backfeed this here. Where's this being ever turned off anywhere else? All the way up here. Okay. Because I don't think the green line is actually ever turning it off. Drop this down further. Is that going to be my solution? Just keep dropping wires down into the floorboards. Like, there's spots that are just so empty. Like, look at this corner. Nothing. Same with this corner. This corner is a little more busy. Granted, I still have the green. Like, I'm doing decent, but I'm failing at some spots. I think if I do this, I'm gonna get power from the... Right? Yeah. Just the fact that the green's doing it the way it's... I'm gonna scoot the entire green over now. No. I mean, I have to move it over, what, 2, and I might actually be able to? Hold up. If I move this there, there, this being... this. Oh no, because I can't physically turn the can I? Must be enough that I can do. I guess maybe my one. Check my green quick. It. This will be this. That's gonna be that. I'm getting power from this. How I had it? Might be. Right now this is here. This needs to go here. First, let's check our two. Correct. And now let's check our one more time. Yes! I'm getting better at wiring. This is the entire point of us doing this. Okay. We know the 2 works, which now means we need to check the 3. I don't know which. I think the light green's when we'll run into things not work. Did I just stick down the wrong one? This is 0, 1, 2. That's where it should be for 3. Okay. Yellow's not working now. Oh, yellow's just not wired. So I gave up on 3 and 4, apparently. Wonderful. Let's see how fun this is going to be. So 3, I need this one off and this one off. Which currently this is bouncing here, here. Let's see how much better I've gotten at wiring then, shall we? I don't know what I'm trying to do here. We actually have a connection for this now. I just need to figure out how to get set up for this spot. But that's not working. There we go. We got the 3 done. So 3 is this one, which means now I want to check the 4 out. I don't think I want to see if anything's connected first. Apparently not. Okay. Meaning that we want to collect the 4 color. We need this one off is one that we have marked. That one off, which is right. Is that it? Look, there's more. Bottom one too, right? Yeah. We want these 2 down here off and that one up there off. See how easy it is to get to the back real quick. We have our power here for the green, which is aiming to try and do something there. I don't know what really, but working getting this to move this way. I need to actually get this to drop. Let's see. This, I think, can be... Okay, that's not gonna... That will do me nothing. Hold on. Figure out this wiring. I don't know what this is trying to do. I think I'm just gonna break this. I'm gonna move this to be here. This gives me power source there. Some there. This. I'll have to be able to do this, but not giving me anything. This will get me power here, which I can do something like this for. This definitely has power coming out of it. Yep, cool. And I'm just trying to get to this back corner. Here. And then I need to get this down to this section, which I think I can place... Can't. This. Which I don't think that's getting any off it. Done. This is my only time I have a joint back here, and it's actually being powered through this side. Okay. Let's see. Let's get rid of that and go with double That's kind of important. But now, not actually being powered, have less bunch of wrapping around in here. Hold up. Okay, that does me almost absolutely nothing. I'm pretty sure, but we can keep in mind that we tried that, I guess. Because I don't think I can move this around anymore than actually that gives me power there. Um this corner can be this. Actually this and this. This can actually be that. That can be a double. This into that. Assuming this is still not on. That gets me one step closer. I get this now. This has no power coming through this. Anywhere that can yoink some power. Maybe? Yeah, wait. Try. That's not doing me. I like changing that to be a help. This makes a difference to things. Powered from this. Close. Hold it. Almost got another section. Being that this block's not being powered, means I can do. Hopefully, this affects nothing in the yellow wire. Hold up. Double check before I plug things in. It might add power to this block, which I think might cause problems for that. Yeah. Cool. But is this block powered? Love for that to be powered. No. I guess there's a chance that this actually becomes an infinite loop and gets locked. So let's not actually do that. Realization that I might be causing a bigger problem. Break the blocks I don't need. I might be causing, like I said, the thing of an infinite cycle here, but I need to try it. I'm too low. That's thick. It's gonna be too low. I power this block. That's not powered. I can pull from it, but I can't move it the way I need it to. Unless I place redstone here. Yeah. There. Okay, last spot I need it, but I think I need to check to make sure it's not infinitely powered. Place this block here. That's that way. Check this line. It is not. I'm surprised. I am honestly surprised at that. To be the one that we're working on right now, which is the 4. And the last thing I need is that one powered off. And then I think it's actually a working button display. Is it one of the worst things to ever exist? 100%. Do I fully care? Not really. Um, Fun part is actually getting power to this. Because currently, I need to do something along that line. Which I don't know if this has. Okay, we can get power over here. It's now just a question of how do I manipulate it to get it to let me. You're so close. This can be this. Means this can be only if only. Wait, I can this. So this block should then have power, right? Yes. This block has power. If I place that, won't be able to pull it. Close. We are so close that it's not even fun. I always have the option of moving out in front. Granted, I don't know how easy it is to then rewire that in, but we can see. So this just breaks because of the redstone torch. I guess that is actually an partial option, but it's not gonna work the way I want it to. Um, this is as far down as it can go because that's there. So I can't do much with this. Unless I can change this to be. That can't be. What numbers? Move this. 9? Okay, first let's go check 9. No, because I'm keeping it for 9. 8, 7 removes it. 7's removing it this way. I don't think I have that as a possibility here because of how everything is and having to move things down. But there is the option of getting the power to actually go there. But yellow is blocking it, so I can't. Trying to see if there's green's doing this, where it's going snaking down. Which in all reality, backfeeding it into that is straight up an option. Which is not against the rules. I don't think this is required to keep. That's required to keep it running. Is this cheating? Potentially. Do I fully care? Not really. If you have a problem with it, I do apologize, but I'm not the best at redstone, so don't know what you expected. Making power because that's creating a staircase, not to you. That will power it. That will power it. Means I can do this here. This can power block here, which powers this. I need to make it step out again more. 1, 2. I wanted to keep it. Unless I can get it to go out this way. Question of how am I gonna get this to connect to this without. Block's breakable. Right, we'll have no way of easily placing redstone in there. I power that? I think so. Okay. We have there. Okay, we have to recheck every single number now. We're on 4, which is there. First up, have to double check the 0. I do wish this was easier, but that's how we're doing it. I guess this is 0. If we could press the button, but right now that's broken, and I just need to make sure the numbers. There's our 1. Should be a 2. This should be a 3. Does not look like a 3 to me. Does it look like a 3 to you? I did stick down the right one, right? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Why is the yellow now not behaving? It's turning on a green section because this block is doing that. So if I break this, I'm assuming it looks like a 3. Is that backwards? There's no way I wired the 3 backwards, right? There's no way I wired a 3 back. How long have I been streaming? I think I'm losing my mind is what's happening. Almost 2 hours? Well, that needs to actually come on this side, which means then the light green just needs to be destroyed again. I said 3 and 4 were going to cause us problems. And we are. More problems. Because I'm an idiot. Apparently. Good news, this should at least be easy to get the 3 up and running. We already have examples of this, so. I guess just the 3. Now we just gotta make a 4. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. We need this one off without affecting that one, which I could always do the lock system thing, but I might just be trying to figure out how to get it wired. That's why it was easy. I say easy, but that was miserable. Yeah, let's just skip the 4 real quick. I want to see if I got everything else at least right. This would be 4. This one is supposed to be 5. Oh, there. This is supposed to be a 6. That's a 7. Eight's the easiest. This was literally just don't wire anything. Yeah. The 9. So, I could leave it here. I'm very much tempted to. I got no clue how I'm gonna wire this one up. I have no clue. But let's see. We need to wire this one up. I'm just gonna break this. Here I was thinking I was smart, and I'm just an idiot. Okay, so the first idea is we swap how this is connected. If I change this to keep running this way and it plugs into here. Say this somehow works. Let's just assume this is working. I just need to get the green line here to be able to power this on here. I think if this... The only way that would work would be if that was a piece of dust, right? So I don't think that actually works. Because, well, even if that wasn't there, we still run into other problems. Unless I'm wrong about another way of getting power to this block, because can't run it in through the side. One option is I change the way this is running and have it go this way, which might then limit my stuff here. So, like, we do that. I say I don't do it this way, but I do it something like this. Then I have the option of powering it through the side. Like something like this, where I slowly just keep finding a way to get power to this. Which could work. Let's try that, I guess. One part's gonna be getting power to that corner. Honestly, because I'm kind of just giving up on the trying to keep it in that box, whatever. I think that should get me a 3, right? Cool. So 4, we know we need to get it in through there, which means I need to get... That can actually be that. That there. This there. This works the way I think it does. I need to be this. This needs to be that. This is in a spot that doesn't matter. Something's not going right. It's powering. This stuff is just doing nothing. It's just what I need. I think the only way I'm going to do this is if I do power like that. This is going to power. Right? Yeah. This. I can't have this be redstone because that basically does not work as redstone. Way to get power. Can't pull this because that might just create an. That's how I can get that to work, but that's not doing anything of value. Looks like I need it down there. Do this here. This can get me power, but runs into a thing. Redstone across. That's useless to me. Close here-ish. It's like, I need to get that powered. Right? Because if I power this block, I don't think it should get power anything else. Okay, we have what we need to do. I need to somehow that powered. I'm not entirely sure how. That can't be that. That would have to be a block getting powered by this, but that's limited by this. I am so glad I didn't be like, I can do a smaller one. I played the smart and picked the more complicated one. That was a smart thing to do. That's not what. So my goal is to get this block powered. Which... if I place this here, that there, this can be that. That's the only power that. This needs to get powered. This block here needs to physically be powered, but not be touched by the torch. There, I must not know every redstone feature, because, like, seriously? How do I get this out? Power. Can't power through a repeater. Option of going under as well. Right now, focus on trying to power this one, but I could try and power, say, this one. Ooh, this might line up. Let's see, actually, instead. Hold on. If I go here, that gives me power there. I don't think this can pull it. Just... oh. I change you to be this. You grab the power, which is what I want, to a certain extent. That won't. How I could maybe... send this here. This block's right now powered. I have a feeling that if I actually power this might cause problems there. So let's not. Down's my current option. I have no way of blocking that. Not trigger. Orange is only going for the middle. This is doing nothing, so this is the only one that's actually doing. Unless I do wire it all the way down here and get it to go into that block, but let's try and be a little more professional. This is the where I need to get power to. It's like this yellow is causing me problems. This yellow's entire purpose is to charge this. I've already given up on trying to stay within this, I guess, so let's just go even more. Who cares? Do that. This is going to be a lot more space to now work with for the green. This goes to the... oh, it needs to be another one of these. But then this can be the... then be a block like so. Hoping... that can't be that, because that will cause problems. On the verge of this working. Oh, hold on. This just works. Well, not yet. Like, it's closer. I can actually get rid of this, that, just to some extent. Does this work? That doesn't pull. Sooner. Oh, that took forever. But this still causes me more problems, right? Because I still need to power this one somehow, which maybe actually doesn't, because I can just do that. Power into. I believe I can actually make this be that. No, that's just running into the block, not even doing what I want it to. Anywhere else can yank this down to do this, or up. Actually, up seems kind of easy. I say that, and then I'm going to hate existing. Watch. That, I think, can cause problems, can it? It's the height of this first, and this. Speed it here. On away. And this is the one that I literally last time just yoinked all the way down, so I can keep it not going past this point. I will be happy. Yep, the same thing happened on this side, right? Other than the fact that this would be a wall right here. Okay, how do I get this to now down? I only have this section here. Feeling this can be a fudging nightmare, and I have to do. Let's go. That doesn't cause powering there. This is where having a way, there has to be a way of sending a redstone signal down and keep it. But I don't know. I will keep that powered. Problem becomes I don't have enough space, I don't think. Unless I do. I have enough space. I think I need to break out again. I would like not to. If I connect it to this, this affects that one. That doesn't do me anything. I need to connect it to this side, but this side's being blocked off by yellow, which hope to be able to have done that the other way, so I could actually have my space. But get through space. I have this extra block here that I think I can make redstone be. Nope. Cool. Right now, this is me just trying to see if I can keep it small. Because I can finish this in a second if I really wanted to. But Mr. trying to keep it small is not gonna let that happen. I don't think I can do a repeater line like that now. But can't have anything here because that if that ever lights up, then it will affect this line. Having this the other way just doesn't get powered, which means for me. This is where I'm tempted to do fudge and pistons. Let's be real, I could probably work with pistons, but knowing that that was my last solution for the last redstone thing I did, maybe let's not go towards pistons and see if I can do this with pure logic in a too tight of a small space area. Is there a way to get pull it out? No, because if I pull it this way, then I'm still stuck here. Where else do I have giant spaces that I can possibly? This doesn't work. This is maybe. Ah, that's fine. That's for the redstone reset. I have two this. No, I don't have to that point. That's where the redstone gets repaired. Yeah, this is literally the only space I have. Or this space, which I'm not even sure if I can. Am I trying this space? Wait, I think I'm gonna. Nope. That way, actually. It is. I got rid of another block I didn't need. I mean, I do have the option of pulling power from this, actually. I guess I can snake it over to this. This is still. This doesn't mean. Yeah, that doesn't mean nothing. Come on, loosen, make yourself known. Yeah. I guess I can do the final finalizer real quick, just so we have proof of concept that this does work. I said this is going further out than what I would want. And nicely. Okay, let's try a different spot to connect down to. Connect from. Past this point, which I can then. That affect the yellow. That affects the yellow if I do it this way. Okay, hold up. Let's go with getting this actually to work first, so I can easily say I have done it. Currently, I cannot say that I've done it. I can just pull power from here if I'm going to. This then feeds into this, which feeds into this. Eighth. This. Said block. I do need it. Cool. That's double one. This. Backwards. There's the 4. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I probably will not change that. That's just how it's gonna be. Get it to go that way. But we need to test out these numbers again, because this is now interfering with two of them. Just be the center turning off. Yep. So this is taking advantage of one, which is the one that has a chance to break. Seems like it. Did not. 2 has a chance to break because everything just likes to break itself when I things. 3 has a chance of breaking. Did not. It's this one. 4, which is the one that we literally just did, so it better work. It takes forever. 5. If this somehow broke, I'd be surprised. Cool. 6 should work quite easily. 7 should work just as fine. 8 is just not even connected to anything, so that's just being ignored. And then 9. Cool. We have the problem with this thing not wanting to not work. I need a quick redstone pulse, I'm pretty sure, which I'm not sure what the shortest pulse in the game is. Because right now what it's doing, we stick this at the bottom, you actually see how it's skipping numbers. Right now it should be 0. If I click the button once, it pulsed twice, which is the problem, and went to 2. We skipped 1 completely. which means I'd have to make this twice as big if I wanted it to work the way I want it to, which we're not doing. I'd have more space for my wiring, but we're not doing it that way. So we originally had the copper ball, but this, well, that's not going to change it to be a 3. And this would change to be a 4 if it's working properly, but erase the double pulse. Make it go to 5, which is not what we wanted. I'm not sure if it's just that the things holds. No, because that is literally. It's literally the fact that this is 2 states changes, doesn't it? It's the fact that it has a redstone and then no redstone. I need something that updates and then does not update again for a while. I need a single tick thing, which I actually have an idea for. Hold on, hold on. I know I said I wasn't going to use pistons, but this is the type of redstone that requires pistons. We're using wallstone. Never heard of this. This is by far one of the weirdest redstone types you will ever see. Needs to be there. Apparently I didn't keep a wall. Do I not understand? Okay, so it does detect it. Cool. Apparently at 8. But I think this has the double pulse problem that we still have. Oh, or the sword fell out completely. Or did not just get picked up. We need to enclose this then. As best as we can. We have redstone currently blocking a very small portion. And then we also have the torches, which is another spot I can get lost in. Which tells you how bad this is. That our hope and prayer is that it doesn't get dropped. Why is this currently... The hopper currently locked. What have I done? This is getting... The block's being powered. It almost works. I mean, I can fix it to work, but... Okay, we're changing this real quick to make it work. My attempt at staying in the very much bounding box of this failed, but... A learning experience, right? Let's now face this way. And that's what I meant by... We are no longer within the bounding box, because I'm just making it so that it's not getting redstone signal, and then... It also means I actually now have another... Well, kind of have another entry point. But... Oh well. Okay, this should now change to be a 0. Cool. First of this will swap to be a 2. So it's swap twice, right? Okay, I did figure that this was not working the way I thought it was. I know that wallstone is a thing. It's just not doing it. Okay, that's not working. Next solution. Leafstone. Which I don't know if this is actually enough. This might be too big for stone. This is my attempt at trying to figure out a way to do things that are quick, but... Okay, that moved. I would have expected. This... I didn't need to break it. Let's see if this makes it go up. Like I said, I think it might be too long, which is wonderful. Okay. I think it only reaches 12 for leaf stone as well, which I'm pretty sure this is 20. Do I just not remember how wallstone works? It's 20, which means I can't even do piston pushing. How is this the part that I got stuck on? I swear the video I saw, this was an observer chain. But this is pushing it too much, unless I'm just an idiot that does not understand how this is supposed to be working. Which, you know, the probability of that is very high. That doesn't detect anything. I need... Okay, what if we use a lever just to create the thing I need? That there. Give me a normal lamp. There's no world we lost our sword again. It's like representing, which means that it should be here if it was there, but I don't see it. Not my inventory. Where did it go? It's down there. Don't know why that didn't trigger. Okay, that's still one. That's two. Yeah, I just need a slow pulse item. Means I probably need to create a thing up here. I can turn a button press into an on or off thing, which means I know how to do that. Going copper bulb again. Grabbing this. I need redstone. This will launch time, but that's fine. Copper bulb here. This is literally just gonna be the input system, so I don't care about if I'm further than I should be on crossing borders. That's not where you go. Let's go forward. I done with this trying to fit where I want it to fit and not wanting to behave. This year, guess I don't need that row. That now should be able to turn a button click into a thing. So that's at 4. This should now go to 5 because single tick on. This should go to 6. This should go to 7. This should go to 8. 9. And then we just have to detect this as an item that gets spit out to feed into the next chain. I'm gonna end the stream here. We have technically done our goal of create a thing. I'm sure that with Axiom I could copy paste this and set up to do that. I don't know how to do that though in Axiom, so we're gonna just end it here. This is one of the worst things to ever exist, I'm sure. This is one of the worst 7-segment displays to ever be attempted. But it is capable of being put into the next one. fits within a specific footprint. It's not the ideal footprint, but does fit within a footprint. And it can be stacked on itself, and then I'm not fully sure how you would do this one feeds into the next one, but we have it. And it can fully cycle. This would spit out to be 0, right? Yep, there it goes. We've done it. 7-segment display. Working. I had to do the big one. I'm so glad I did, because if I chose to do the small one, I would have probably not been able to do this at all. I'm going to see if I can find out how these are actually made and look at that. But this was my attempt. This was more so a challenge in, can I wire something properly? And the answer for the most part was yes. Ignore this section. Ignore the yellow and the greens is what happened. Otherwise, it behaved properly. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Probably won't be building this in our own world ever. I'll probably use an actual one. But yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Subscribe and subscribe. Turn notifications, and leave a like if you did enjoy it. I will see you all